Yes, so the collaboration with XLR was an excellent one. We conducted a PowerBI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives.
The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets.
So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if XLR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
It was a great course and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with XLR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our Technical Fest Atmos, and I thank XLR for being a part of it.
was very much interested in learning digital marketing course for a very long period of time, but I don't get a proper platform. So later from our college, I get to know about XLR and I enrolled in XLR course. It was really good experience. Our course has been taken by Mayur sir, and he was very good teacher. He not only focusing on theory part, he is doing how real digital marketing works. And it was in total very good experience. I get so much of knowledge. Here they're not only focusing on study, they're also conducting different exams to test our knowledge. And as we are giving the exam, so to appreciate our work, they give certificates for the toppers, and along with the certificate they give hampers. Thank you, XLR.
Recently, I was searching for digital marketing courses online in Google, and I came across XLR, and I attended a digital marketing course which was for 15 days. My mentor Mayur helped me for attending these classes. So he is a very informative and helpful guy. In the course end, there is a exam which I topped, so I came to the XLR office in Bengaluru. This digital marketing course has helped my career and my skills to develop, and the certificate has helped my company to join. Thank you, XLR.
I came to know about this course from my college. Actually, for learning platform, this is very nice, and I learned from here ChatGPT and AI from online. Vikas is teaching for me for AI generative and ChatGPT. We are using this technology in more. And after finishing the courses, I came for collecting the certificate. I seen the classrooms and faculties. Classroom is very nice. After the completion of exam, they will give gift and certificates. Thank you, XLR, for giving these courses. I learned a lot from this. I gained the more knowledge from here. And thank you for XLR for teaching us.
Hello guys, I'm Vikram Mahajan and I'm studying in Swami Vivekananda Institute of Technology College, and I came across a training program which was mobile app development using Flutter, which was given to us by XLR Solutions. I came across this program through my college faculty, who told us about this program, that it is a very good course and you should enroll in this course. So I enrolled in this course, and initially I felt really good about this course because they started everything from a very basic point of view, that even if someone who doesn't know anything about Flutter or anything about mobile app development can also learn the same way the ones who know about it are learning. So no student was left behind and everyone was given equal attention. All the doubts throughout the course were cleared. And if we had any questions also, we were like, the trainer was also ready to stay for a longer time than it was scheduled, even for the sake of doubts. So that shows how important the students are to them. So it was a really good experience with XLR's program, and by the end of the training program, I was able to develop my own application. And through the development also, there was another point. So our sir taught us about how we can connect our own mobile phone to our laptop and write code in our laptop, and you can see the output in your phone, which was really creative and interesting for me. I felt really good about that. So in the end, I developed my own mobile application. I showed it to my mother, I showed it to my friends. I felt really good about it. So I would really suggest XLR. I would recommend it to all my friends to take courses from here, as they focus on the children, focus on the students, and they focus on what's necessary, that is the students' doubts gets cleared and everything else. So today I came down to the XLR office to collect my certificate. So I got to know about what other courses XLR is offering. It included data analysis, data analyst, social media marketing, and full stack Java, and many more courses which were interesting, and they gave us an insight of how everything happens, and they take you through the course from the starting of the course to the end, and what next, that is placements as well. How you should be going into the interviews and how you should be approaching to companies, your resume building, and there were so many things which XLR is going to help you in, and they are ready to give you all the knowledge required even if you are a beginner. So I really felt good about this visit, and I would really recommend XLR to everyone who's listening to this, and also to all my friends, that I had a very good experience with XLR, and I would suggest you to experience the same. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Satish and I am from Swami Vivekananda Institute of Technology. I am here to share my experience about XLR program. I took part in the XLR program that was conducted in the last month about the mobile app development using Flutter. What I liked the most about this session was the trainer started from the scratch. That means even the beginner who don't know about the basics of the program, even they can learn the most from this program. It gave me hands-on experience by developing a project which was the final outcome. Thank you XLR for giving me this opportunity, and I would also recommend all my friends to take part in the XLR programs. Thank you.
Yes, so the collaboration with XLR was an excellent one. We conducted a PowerBI workshop with advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives.
The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person, where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets.
So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course, and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching, and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if XLR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
It was a great course, and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with XLR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly, right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our technical fest Atmos, and I thank XLR for being a part of it.
was very much interested in learning digital marketing course for a very long period of time, but I don't get a proper platform. So later from our college, I get to know about XLR and I enrolled in XLR course. It was really good experience. Our course has been taken by Mayur sir, and he was very good teacher. He not only focusing on theory part, he is doing how real digital marketing works, and it was in total very good experience. I get so much of knowledge. Here they're not only focusing on study, they're also conducting different exams to test our knowledge. And as we are giving the exam, so to appreciate our work, they give certificates for the toppers, and along with the certificate they give hampers. Thank you, XLR.
Recently, I was searching for digital marketing courses online in Google, and I came across XLR and I attended a digital marketing course which was for 15 days. My mentor Mayur helped me for attending these classes. So he is a very informative and helpful guy. In the course end, there is a exam which I topped. So I came to the XLR office in Bengaluru. This digital marketing course has helped my career and my skills to develop, and the certificate has helped my company to join. Thank you, XLR.
I came to know about this course from my college. Actually, for learning platform, this is very nice, and I learned from here ChatGPT and AI from online. Because it's teaching for me for AI generative and ChatGPT. We are using this technology in more. And after finishing the courses, I came from for collecting the certificate. I seen the classrooms and faculties. Classroom is very nice. After the completion of exam, they will give gift and certificates. Thank you XLR for giving these courses. I learned a lot of from this. I gained the more knowledge from here. And thank you for XL for teaching us.
Hi everyone. Good afternoon. Am I audible to everyone? Yes, guys, am I audible to everyone? Hello.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay, sir. The students are sending in the screenshots of the error messages that that they are getting. So I'm reading one message from Chaitanya. Okay. Looks like again there's some issue. I'll rejoin 1 second. Hi guys. So I am going through some messages which you guys have sent on the chat. You all had sent some screenshots. Can you all send it once again, guys? When I relogged it, all the messages have. Yes, those students who had shared me their screenshots, can you all please share them again so that I can troubleshoot what who was successful to do the task which we did yesterday? Anyone who was successful to do it? Send me a hi on the chat. Like yesterday, how I was able to insert that record in the database. Anybody from you all was successful in doing that? Am I audible to you all, guys? Hello. Yeah, so who was able to successfully insert the record in the database? And who's struggling to connect with the Spring Boot? Please send me the screenshot of the error message which you are getting. Okay, Chaitanya has sent me a file. I'm opening that file now. When I try to open that file, the system hangs over here. Okay, again, when I click on that, open the file. Now again, I'm not able to click anywhere. System has again gone into hang mode. I am not able to open the images, guys. I try to download that image. Now I'm not able to. The file does not have an app associated with it, it is saying. So that's why. I'm not able to open it. Okay. So download it. Let me check. I've downloaded Chaitanya's image. And what she is getting is she's getting a message. REST controller is not found. And your folder structure also doesn't look like a Spring Boot application. Did you use Spring Initializer, miss? Yeah, but your folder structure also is not supporting, like it's not looking like a Spring Boot application. What JDK version are you using, Chaitanya? So, Deepthi, did you try that option which I gave yesterday of the references? Deepthi, are you able to see my screen? I had told yesterday those who are getting the form XML error, go to window, go to preferences, go to Maven, and apart from the first two, check all the other checkboxes and apply close. Did you try that? Still nothing happened. 3.5.5 is the Spring version. the JDK version. So after the Spring version, so ours was college management, no? So here, this is the Spring version you're telling me. I'm talking about the JDK version over here, line number 32. Done, I'm still showing the same error. Project. Yeah, your folder structure is looking pretty good. Why is it showing like this? So it was HTTPS or you made HTTPS? Here, was it HTTPS from before or you made HTTPS? Dipti? Try removing the S and check. Remove that S and see. Yeah, I don't have HTTPS. Okay, so today we will go to the next level. So yesterday in the controller we had only one function, that was save student, and it was saving the hard coded data. So whenever I will call this, it will save the same student 18 Virat 78.5. Next time if I call this method, it will throw an error because primary key cannot be duplicate and our ID attribute is the primary key. Now there is no error. There is no error at project now. It's good. Yes, miss. Now the error seems to have vanished. There's no red dot. Yes, Dipti. Forget the warning. There's no error, no? Ignore the warning. What is it showing you, Chaitanya? This image there's no error in this image. This looks good to be a good image. There are no red line, no red dots. Your folder structure to me sounds a bit suspicious. It shouldn't be like this. Okay, this is the SRC main Java you have made. Can you summarize, can you minimize all the packages and then refresh your student management? Right click on the student management, right click like this and do refresh and send me the screenshot. Minimize all these packages, shrink all these packages back, don't expand them. Right click on the student management, do a refresh and then send me a snapshot of this left window. I want to see a snapshot of this window. This entire window, I want to see a snapshot. Okay, so till these guys are doing, let me progress. So I appreciate that people are taking the efforts and trying to practice. Very good. So let's go to the Spring Boot now. Okay. So now as the roll number is the primary key, if I try to hit this API again, it will throw me an error saying that primary key cannot be duplicated. So now what if I want these values from the user? So I have not deleted the diagram which I made yesterday. I've still kept that diagram for you guys. So what if I want to accept the values from the user like this? So either we can use any front-end tool through a browser, or to simulate a browser, we can use any API testing tool. We can use any API testing tool. So now you can add this on your resume from today onwards. Another famous testing tool in API is Postman. Very famous testing tool. Okay, to test APIs. Okay, it is used to Postman, the name is. Used to test APIs. So you can install Postman also. So open up a browser. Okay. And say download Postman for Windows. Download Postman for Windows. Okay, this is that Postman app. Go to download. Download for Windows 64 and install this app. So we'll download and we'll run this. Yeah, no issues. You can, it's fine. There should be no red dot over here. Yeah, that's okay. Program should run. Okay, so this is your Postman testing tool. Install this. So I have installed it, so I will start it. To test our APIs, we use Postman. These are all testing tools, Thunder Client, all that. So see. Okay, so if you all are able to see my screen, I'm sharing you all my screen, okay? So this is Postman. So what we can do is we can go to collections, And in collection, we can create a new collection. Click on this plus, new collection, and we will make it for R. Okay, I'll name the collection as what? What have you named our application? Student management system. Okay, let's try to name the same. Student management major project. Let's say. So I've named the collection and see it has made over here. Okay, so we'll test our APIs from student. So now this Postman will act as a front end. So Postman will simulate the front end environment. This Postman will now simulate a front end. So now if I have to call any API, let's say if I want to call a save, if I want to call a save student, okay, I want to call a save student. Okay, so when I will call the student, I will pass three things to it. I will pass the roll number, name, and percentage, right? So our student has what all attributes? Roll number, name, and percentage. So I will pass the roll number, name, and percentage. So I can pass the data from the front end in three ways. So passing data from the front end, from the client to the server, we can do it in three ways. We'll try to check all the three ways today. One is @ request param. Second is @ path variable. And third is @ request body. So we can use either of these three things to send data from the client to the server. Okay, so let's try the first one. So in request param, we have to send it individually. So if I come to the controller, so I say save student. Now we'll use the first one using request param. So now I have to pass three parameters to it. Whatever is the mapping, I will function also I'll give the same name. Now this will take three parameters: roll number, name, and percentage. So I will say @ mapping, @ request, okay, param, @ request param. Okay, so the first parameter I will call A, and that A will go in the integer roll number, comma. So I have to pass three parameters over here, okay? I have to pass three parameters in this function. Second, I will say again, request param, I'll call the parameter as B, and that will be the student name. That will be string, right? Student name. And third, I will say @ request param C, and that will be the double percentage. I am passing these one after the other. Now my roll number is in roll number, S name is in S name, and percentage is in percentage. So now I will not say 18. I will say roll number. I will not say, I will say S name and percentage. So now whatever I am sending will come from the client side. Rest, once I have created the object, Rest all remains the same. Just that I'm not sending hard coded values. I'm accepting values from the user and sending. You have to install MySQL as a database, Chaitanya. So either install the MySQL workbench or I sent the WAMP yesterday, install that. So now let's try to test this one. So, and I am going to insert a record. So to insert a record, we have post mapping. We call that as post mapping. Inserting, we call as post. I showed you yesterday, right? See, I showed you yesterday, no, that the CRUD operations. So I had explained yesterday what are the CRUD operations, right? So now I'm inserting a record. For inserting, what do we use? Post mapping. So that's why this function I will call as post mapping. Now we cannot hit post mapping from the browser. So we'll try to hit this on the API testing tool. So go to the, okay, is my Postman screen visible? So I made our collection student management system. So I go to the collection. Once you hover the mouse over the collection name, towards the right you will see 3 dots. Click on the 3 dots and say add request. And add request is a post mapping. So first check post, and then what is the port number? 8090. And then after that, what is the endpoint? Save product by request. So now how many parameters do I have to pass over here now? 3 parameters. A as roll number. So I have to give the parameter name over here. A. And that becomes my roll number. Then I have to give B. And that becomes my name. And then I give C. That becomes my percentage. And now when I hit this endpoint, okay, so your server should be on. Before hitting your endpoint, server should be on. So my server is not on. Right click. So just clear the console, okay? Just clear the console, nothing on the console. Right click, run as Java application. Those who are using WAMP, your WAMP should be on. My WAMP is also on. So far, so good. I'm starting my server. It should start up and should tell me how much time it took to start up. Okay, it has started. It took 12 seconds to start. Okay. Once the server is started, next, then we can go and hit the API on the test on the Postman. And let's say if I try to hit this API, what response I will get? I'm getting a response record saved successfully. And now if you want to go and check in the database, where the data has been added, you can cross check once. This is our database. And we had made database by our name, major project DB. Click on the student. Earlier we had only, see now we have 2 records. The student table now has 2 records. 45 Rohit and 18 Virat. So now if I pass the parameters differently, it will add those many records. So if I say 33, so this is what your endpoints do. Okay, now I add this third student. Okay, do a send. It returns record added successfully. Go and refresh the table. You will see the record will be there. So these are called as RESTful endpoints, which I'm making over here. So whenever I want to add a student, I will directly hit this endpoint and pass these parameters. So these ABC key should match with the key on Postman. And values you can give whatever you want. You don't see the database? Okay, let me share the database and see. Shubham, now tell me. Shubham, are you able to see the database now? See, whatever I am saving is being shown over here. So now if you all want, I'll add one more record. So now do you all see my Postman screen? So I add one more record, one Rahul and 98.5. So now if I do a send, it says record added successfully, and go to the database and cross check once. Okay, my database is visible to you all. Just refresh on the table name and you will see one Rahul also has been added. Getting it? So now what I was doing is I was passing all that data individually. So all this while we were passing all this data individually, now I can pass, and I was passing that as a request params. We can pass them as a path variable also. So this is called as the URL. So we can pass this data as a path of the URL also. So see, that is called as path variable. So what I do, save student by path variable. So in path, what we do in path variable, we pass all these values as a path variable. So whatever you are passing, we pass them as a path variable itself, a part of the URL. Path variable means pass the data as a part of the URL. So I'll pass A, B, and C. And then here I will say A is the roll number, B is the name, and C is the percentage. Okay, so just the technique of accepting value from the user is changing. I save this, and as I have made changes, so I have to stop the server, clean the slate, and then again rerun the server. Right click, run as Java application. And now we will try to see, test this now on the testing tool. So is that Postman screen visible to you all? So we'll come here on the student management. Okay, so so you can take this name and put it over here and save the name. Okay, so you will get that the entry over here. Again, go to the student management project, click on the three dots, add a request. This is also a post mapping, click on post. And now our endpoint is this. Now our endpoint is '90. Save student by request param. And now here give the parameters. Okay. Roll number, name, and percentage. So see, 90, save student by request param. No, not by request param. I want to send by path variable. Path variable. Okay. So save student by path variable. This is the roll number. So in path variable, the data goes as a part of the URL itself. In the request param, it goes in key value pairs like this. But in the path variable directly, you can set as a path variable like this. So now if I do a send, it says record saved. Let's go and check the database. I'm sharing my database screen. That record should be added over here. 7798 Shubman. Record has been added. Okay. It works for anything, not only your local host, it works for other APIs also. So let's try to check. So if I have any fake store API, is a very famous. Okay. So you have these APIs which are ready made. Okay. So if I try to hit this HTTPS fake store API products, and if I copy this, and this is a get mapping. Okay, so we have all the if I try to hit this on Postman, let's check whether we are able to hit it. Okay, so it is a get API because I'm fetching data. I'm hitting the HTTPS fake store products, and if I do a send, see it returns me all the products. So all that product which are there on the fake store API, if I take it over here on the browser and try to hit it over here, it gives me all the products. See. So these products are then sent to the front end, and the front end displays these products. So backend's job is just to give you all the data in the form of JSON. This JSON is then sent to the front end, and the front end then interprets this data and displays to you all as a UI. Yes? Does that answer your question? Nishkansh? So let's come back over here. So we have done the second way also of accepting values from the user, that is using path variables. And the third, which is most widely used, is request body. So what we can do is in request body, we can pass the entire object which we want to save as once. Okay. So you can pass the entire object. So you can say @ request body, and an object will be of which class? Student. And let's say I call the object as S1. So now I've already got the student object S1 from the Postman. I will not create it. I will directly take S1 object and pass it to the service. That's all. So now we have to pass a full-fledged object. Okay, so I'll copy this URL now. Okay, so I'm on Postman now. So whatever is there written inside over here, no, you can copy it and paste it over here, so it becomes the name for that, and save the name. Okay, so here it will change. Okay, so this was fake store API, right? And save it. There was a get. Okay, so again I'll do 3 dots. You can add request. By default it is get mapping, so I have to go to post. and I will say save student by request body. Okay, and then in the body we have to go and pass the JSON value. So in the body as a raw, in the body as a raw, you have to pass the JSON object. Okay, so which class are we passing? Student class. Roll number S name percentage. Okay. So roll number. Okay, give any roll number. 97. Give S name. Give any name. Alice. And then give percentage. That is whatever object I want to pass. I can pass the whole object as a JSON. Let's do a send. What happened? Save student by okay. Why did it not find it? See, it is saying 404. Okay, 404 means whatever endpoint you have given is not found. That is called 404. Why is it showing 404? Any idea? No, get method is used to fetch the data, and post is used to send the data. So get has nothing to do with path variable. Get is when you want to fetch the data, when you want to select query. Do the full installation, no then. Okay, so the reason why it is like this is because I did not restart my server. So when I added this endpoint, the server ran at what time? 1743 last. Now it is 1752. 9 minutes ago, this function was not there. So if you don't want to start your server again and again, then you can go and add a dependency called DevTools. So where is my, can go here. There's a dependency called DevTools if you can find it. See here, DevTools. So if I add this DevTools dependency, then no need to restart the application again and again. So I go and I add the dependence. I do a save. It'll download the dependency. To see towards the bottom right, it is downloading the dependency. Okay. Once I add the dependency, I always clean a project. So I go to project and I clean the project. This is the project which we have to clean. College management. Okay, done. And now start the application. Now you can just start the application once and keep it. You need to restart again and again. Okay, so now if I go here on my Postman, and then do a send for this. It says what? Record says successfully. And if you want to see the record, we can see it in the database. Click and that record is inserted. Okay, so 97 Alice. So all the three ways I have showed you. This is the most widely used way in the industry. That you pass the whole object as once and then you send it. Okay, so whatever you want to show, anything over here, just take the object and pass it. Send. See. Record saved. Tom 34. Refresh the class, the data table, and you will see 34 Tom also has come. .404 means whatever endpoint you're trying to hit does not exist. So this happens normally in typing mistakes. This happens normally because of typing mistakes, 404. So if I have an endpoint which is save student from my request body, I forget to put the Y. Okay, so the postman gives any request. Okay, so it forgets to put the Y over here. Now, is there any mapping there by this in our controller? Is there any mapping by save student by request board in our controller? Yes, Nishkansh. Nishkarsh. Is there any mapping there in our controller with this save student by request board? So it will go and take this string and try to search for this over here. It will not get anything any mapping over here. Then it will return you 404. Getting it? Dynamic input, then you design a front end form, no? If you want dynamic input, then you design a front end UI. Postman is the equivalent, no? We are simulating the front end, no? So if you want your own inputs, you do it the way we did it yesterday. I showed you the diagram, no? That you can make your own UI in HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Make 3 text boxes. Make a UI in HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Ask the user, enter your roll number, enter your name, enter your percentage, take a save button, click on save. And on the click of the save, call any of these post APIs. Either call this one, or call this one, or call any of the post APIs. Like this, you can accept it from the user. Getting it, Shubham? Yeah, you can call the APIs. I'll show you. So first we'll create the APIs, then we'll create the UI, and then we'll call the APIs. That will become full stack. Okay. So right now we are just working on the backend part of the application. Okay. Nice. So this is your create. Now if I want to get the students, so I'll make a get API. Okay, so if I want to get all the students, so I want to fetch the detail of all the students, I will say get mapping, and I can say like get all students. Okay, so what is the mapping? Same, I will give a function. And what will that give me? One student or many students? It will give me a list of students. So I will say list of student. I will not pass any parameter because I am not passing anything. I am getting all the students now. As I'm getting all the students, I don't need to pass any parameter. So now we will call the service and we'll ask the service to get us the students. Okay, so I will take a list of student and then I will say get me all the students. Okay, and I will return that. Okay, so now we have this function there in the service, not there. I hover on it and say create the method, and the service will communicate with the repository to get the data from the database. The function we have is find all, so it will get me all the students. So just say find all and return this. Okay, that's all we have. And this is a get mapping now. Okay, this is a get because we are fetching data. Now see, as I saved, the server automatically restarted. See, 8/1/13. So just save and the server will automatically restart because we added DevTools. Now let's go to the Postman and try to hit this endpoint. So this was what? Save student by request body, no? So if I try to do a hit here, will it? If I try to hit it over here now, it'll give me a 404. Okay, see 404 because this endpoint is not there. If I give the body, then I have to give a unique primary key, right? 76. Tom, I can make Tommy, and it is added. Okay, getting it? So save. I'm pushing all this code to our GitHub repository. Okay, so whatever I have done over here, those who are practicing with me can refer to the GitHub repository which I shared yesterday, and all this code should reflect over there. Just give me a 5 minutes reliever, I'll be back. Yes, guys, I'm back. My screen stopped at paint. I'm sharing the entire screen here. Why is it happening like this? Now, Shubham, Chaitanya is installing. Chaitanya, do you try that WAMP one that is faster and easier? This will ask you a lot of questions. Around 30, 40 pages, it will ask you next, 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 next. By default, just choose the default settings and just keep on progressing. Attendance sheet will be sent by Amar sir at 8:30, Hanif. So you got that, Shubham. So whenever you want to take from user, you design your own UI. This is just a merely testing tool that whether your backend is working fine or not. Okay, so now, okay, I'm sharing my screen. I am now on the my Eclipse. Okay, so I'm on my Eclipse. Do you all see my Eclipse screen? So see, I did the get all students. So I'll now try to hit this endpoint. So I go to my application on the three dots, add request. That is a get mapping. So don't change this. And now just change this part. If I have copied it, no, I have not copied it. I'll have to go back to my and go and paste this. Okay, and it is a get mapping, so please mind. And whatever you're writing over here after the slash, you copy and paste over here so that you can have the names of over here documented. And now if I try to hit this, it will give me names of all the students in this JSON format. See, these are students I have. Okay. Okay, now if I want a particular student, then I should give the API the roll number and it should give me that. Yes, go with the default settings, Chaitanya. So now if I want a particular student's record, okay, so this is all students, then I want one single student. So get student, okay, by roll number. So I say get student by roll number. So I will pass the roll number to it. It will give me that student's record. Who's parallelly doing it with me, guys? So I have to pass the roll number. Now to pass the roll number, I can use either of the ways. I can use it as a path variable. I can use it as request param to pass the roll number. But I would prefer the path variable. So I will just add one curly bracket over here as A. And then I will say @ path variable A. I want integer roll number. And now we'll take this function same. We paste it over here. I will paste over here also. And now which roll number I want? I want the roll number, this roll number. And it will give me one single student, right? So I will remove the list now. This will give me one single student. This function is not there created. And in the repository, we have a method find by ID. Student repository dot find by ID. Which ID? Roll number, and then do a get. So this will give you the desired student which we are looking for. So as I save, the server will restart. See, it is starting on its own internally. So what is the endpoint? Endpoint which we are having is get student by roll number. So let's go and create this endpoint in Postman. Is my Postman skin visible to you all? Okay, so let's go and create a new get request and get request by roll number, and we'll pass the roll number over here. Let's say I want to get Virat's record. I will say 18, and it will give me exclusively record number 18. It's a get API, right? I do a send and see it gives me that record exclusively. I want Rohit's record. I will pass 45 and it will give me that record exclusively. That is how the APIs work in the real world also. So if I have a I had shown you all know these fixed APIs. So in real time, this is a first product, second product. If I want single product, let's say I want to find this product only. Okay. I want this product, men's cotton jacket. What is the ID of it? 3. So I will just give 3 and it will return me one single product. See, men's cotton jacket. So this is what the backend will return and will give to the front end. The front end will then display this data. So let me show you all how it will look after you all create the front end. So let me check once if I can have any project which is showing the front end and back end both to you guys. So okay, so for that project, the APIs which I have made is over here. See, you see there is a fake store API. See, so I'm making a controller and it is giving me all the products like this over here. Same thing which I am making for you guys. Same. Okay. Now this is running on which port? So go to resources, properties. If I run this, it will run on port number 8087. Okay. So this is my backend. So if I stop this, if I stop our server and I run this code, right click, run as Java application. See, this server will start up. See, it started. So you have to wait for this message. Started on which port? How a second it took. So now if I test them explicitly, so if I text them, if I want to see all the products, so I hit which endpoint? Get all products. Which port it is on? 8087, right? So let me open my Postman. I might have some APIs documented for this also. So is there any fake store? Do you all see anything regards to fake store? Is this fake store APIs? Okay. So if I say get all products, see 8087 and products and get all products. If I do a send, it will return me all the products. See, so this is returning me like this normal raw JSON format. Now this data I will give to the front end, and when the front end will display this data, how it will look, I will show you all that now. Okay, so this is the backend part. Backend job is just to return the data. Now to consume this data, let's see if we can have a front end. So in my VS Code, let me check if I can have that application for you guys. Let me check where I have stored my front end application so that you guys can benefit from the entire full stack. So let me check. Yeah, I've got the so let me share my screen and show it to you all. See this. So this is my React session. In that I made an e-commerce application. Okay, so let's go to that. So in this CD, first we have to go to React session, then CD project 3. Okay, this is your how to run a React application, project 3, and then do a npm I. This will install the dependencies which we need to run the project. Okay, and then do a npm run dev, and this will start your application. Click on it. Okay, so see, it has started the application. So all those products which were looking like this on Postman, just the simple data it was looking like, like this. Now when I make the front end, how they will look like. See that same product. Okay, maybe the images are not properly fetched. Okay, the images aren't fetched properly. Let me check my database. So see, it is showing that in the all the images which the products were there. See, men's casual premium. So data which was looking something like this. Okay, men's casual premium is now displayed to the customer like this. So this is the duty. Giving the data like this is the duty of the backend developer. Backend developer's job stops once you get the response properly on Postman. If you have got a response on Postman properly, backend developer logs out. Now this response is given to the front end developer. It takes the data like this and then tries to present to the client in a more presentable way. So why it is not showing the images? Let's check. Maybe those images might have been deleted from the site. These images which we are using, no? Well, looks like they just refurbished the website. So let me go to the database. Which database is this connecting to? Okay, how do I know which database this is connecting to? So I will go to the temp properties file and it will show me database is fake store DB. So I'll open the fake store DB and check. Fake store DB. So the products database is there. So this is the image. So if I now try to take this image and try to hit on the web browser, let's check whether this image is present or not. I copy this image. Earlier these images were there. See, the image cannot be found. That's why it is showing like this. So now they have changed the images. See, now this is what the image is looking like. Okay, so this is the latest image. So you can pass this image. Okay, we can replace. So now if I take this image and put it over here, okay, so these images have been changed. Now see, I just changed the image. Now if I go and refresh, I guess we should be able to see that first image at least. See, the first image I am able to see. So they deleted the images and they added fresh images. So we have to take all these images again from here and then put in the database. So edit all the images and put it back over here like this. Okay, so it was the same image. They just changed it to PNG. See now, here it is 7-1. If I take this image, men clothing, uh, spring, autumn, winter. Okay, what they have done is they've changed the extension, I guess, of the image. Now this is ending with, this image is ending with what string? UX679. See, UX679, and they just added underscore t.png. So this is what they have changed. That's why we were not able to open the image. So they've added what? After the image, they have changed the extension. Underscore already there, what? Okay, 679 underscore was already there. So all they have done is after the underscore, they just added t.ph. Okay, so just we have to be aware of this. After the underscore, just say change the extension to t.png. So just do that much. So we have to change it to all the images then. Okay, so image number 4. Go till the end. Go till the underscore. Save t.png. Go to the jewelry. Okay, go till the end. Go till the underscore t.png. Okay, so I have changed 5 images till now. Let's refresh my application and see if it shows the 5 images. See, those 5 images it is showing. Rest all, if I change, will show like this. So this is the job of the front end developer now. So if you can do both, you are a full stack developer. Are you getting, guys, the end-to-end cycle? So we are just now testing the backend that it is returning us the proper data or not. Then we will take this data. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just checking whether my get API is working and it's giving me the data. Then I can take this. Okay, I've stopped the application, so it is not showing any out. Who is getting the end-to-end task what we are trying to achieve, guys? Now today is the 3rd day, so are you getting clarity as to what they expect us in our project and currently where we are standing? Yes, guys, are you all getting clarity on the task which we are doing as we are progressing? So we have to reach till here. We need to design our own UI also. So let's come over here now. Okay. Let's come to our application now. Where is our application? College management system. Okay. I'm stopping the application over here. And now let's go to the hello controller. So I got all the students and I got a single student also. Okay. Now if you want to update a student, so we have to use put API. So what update student does is, first we have to fetch which student you want to update. That is called as put API. Put mapping. Okay, and then we can say update student. And then we will first pass the roll number of the student which we want to update. And then we will also pass the new values as request body. Okay, so that will be a student. And we will pass the new values. And then we'll pass both of these to the update student method in the service. Roll number also and new values also. Okay, so this will give me a string. And we will say return record updated. Okay, and we will return this. Now this function is not there. Let's create it. So first it will go and fetch for the student from the database. Student from DB equals to, we can directly use this. Directly call this function only. And pass the roll number. So it will give you the student. What is this? Get student by roll number. So it will get you that student. Once you have the value of the student, then you can set the new values to it. And you can say student from DB dot set roll number equals to new values dot get roll number. And student from DB dot set name equals to new values dot get name. And student from DB dot set percentage equals to new values dot get percentage. And then we can save the student form database because it has all the new values. So this much if you do, it will update that student record. So as I have, okay, we have not started the application because we had stopped the application. Run and the application. Okay, so it will now run my application. Wait for that message to appear. Once you see that message, time taken and 80-90, then we can go and we can go to the controller and that to update is the put mapping. Okay, as I had discussed on the very first day, create is post mapping, read is get mapping, update is put mapping. So we are using put mapping over here. Okay, what is the method? Update student and the roll number. Roll number is going as path variable and the new values are going as a request body. So we have to come here. Let's come to the Postman. We have to add one more new request. Which mapping to take? Post mapping. Okay. Update student, and let's say I want to update roll number 18. And now what new values I want to give? You go to the body, and from the raw, we have to give the new values over here now. So for 18, I want to give new roll number as 81. New S name as Kohli. And new percentage as 99.9. Yeah. So to this student, it will update it with these values. And it is a put mapping, okay? Beware. So copy the mapping, put it over here so that you can, when I save it, it can document over here. Okay, let's do a send. Let's check. Okay, there's some issue. It is saying identifier or instance was altered from 18 to 81. I guess we are trying to modify the roll number also, no? So let's not modify the roll number. We just modify the of this person. We just modify the name and percentage. Okay. Let's do a send. Still, what it is telling? It is telling was altered from 18 to 0. So exception occurred. Some error occurred. We have to check what that error is. Update student, right? Yeah. So let's check what is the problem with the code. So I took A as a roll number. In the request body, we have new student. Passed it to number and new values. For update student. So get student by roll number. I am calling this function. We have that on the database. Roll number, name, and percentage. Okay, don't update the roll number. Just update the name and percentage. So let's save it. It is saved as run here. Okay. And we have saved it. Let's now check. For 18, I want to change this much. See, now it is updated. Updated. So roll number 18 has now become Kohli and 99.9. If you want to check directly, you can check over here also. That get me roll number 18 now. So it will now not show Kohli, not show Virat, it now will show Kohli and see. 18 has changed to this. So if I get 45 right now, 45 will look like Rohit and 88.5. I go over here and I change 45. The roll number 45 should not be Rohit, should be Sharma. And 88.5, we get 58.9. 68.9. Let's send. They got updated. Now get 45. Earlier it was 45 Rohit, 88.5. Now see, Sharma and 68.9. So the changes have occurred. So like this, we have to perform the CRUD operation. Sir has shared all the attendance. Please mark the attendance and okay. So this we have done update also. So we have done put mapping also. And last, if I want to delete a record, I can use delete mapping. So we have done all the CRUD operations. Put mapping, and then we can do delete mapping. Okay, so we will say delete student. So you pass the roll number of the student to delete, and we will delete that student. Okay. Control Shift O for the import. Delete student. And delete student. Use the same function name. Password to it. Roll number. And then return, say, record deleted. Okay. So this function is not there. Over the mouse and say create methods, delete student. And now we have function of the repository, delete by ID. Delete by ID. Which ID? Roll number. That's it. So now even the fourth CRUD operation also is in place. To call this, we have to use which endpoint? Delete student. Okay, so I'm able to say my Postman. Method is delete. It says delete student, and let's say I want to delete 33. It is what? Delete. Okay. Let's check over here. Save it. Delete student. Let's do a send. It says record deleted. Now if I get all the students, I will not get 33. 1 is there, 18 is there, 34 is there, 45 is there, 76 is there, 77 is there, 97 is there. Let's say I want to delete 97 also. So I come here and I say 97 and I say delete, record deleted. So now if I get all the students, I will not get 99. See, I will not get 97. I have only these students now left with me. So we have gone a full circle. We've done all the CRUD operations. I have created the students, showed you all the ways in which we can create the students. I have also read the students, read all the students, read one single student, updated the student, and also deleted the student. All the 4 major operations we have performed today. So let me push this code on the GitHub and share it with you all. I'm getting it, guys. So like this, you all have to perform CRUD operations in your interview and in the real time. Now, whatever task you have to do, you have to create, read, update, and delete in all the tasks. Yeah, I'm pushing the code on the GitHub repository. I can take the code from there. Okay, guys, have you all got the code? Get posted on the GitHub repository. I'll refresh the repository link also with you guys. This is the repository link on which the entire code, what I'm doing, is reflecting. So whatever code I've done, the entire code is reflecting over here. Right, that is the same repository which I shared last time. I'm just refreshing the link. Okay. Try to download the code from there and practice. Yes, guys, do you all have any doubts, concerns, questions? Yeah, if you all have any doubts, then we all can discuss. Else, if Amar sir wants to communicate any messages to you all, we will discuss. You all can wait for another 5 minutes before sir takes over. You all practice today's whatever we have done. If you are showed all the CRUD operations today, so that was sufficient for you all to practice for today. Yeah, so wait for sir to announce something. Once sir announces, then you all can leave for the day.
So you're done teaching?
Yeah, Amar sir, I am done for
Okay, great then. Then we're good to wind up, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So, student, I hope you mark the attendance. If not, I just reshared that. You can mark, and
Yeah.
we'll see you tomorrow then. Thank you all. Thank
Yeah,
you, sir.
those who have not marked, please mark your attendance. I'll be there for 5 minutes. I'll mark your attendance and then we'll exit the meeting.
Yes. So thank you, student. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.